The moment my sister accused me of cheating in front of the whole family, I felt something inside me snap because she had no idea I was holding the video that would expose her secret instead. Emily stared at her reflection in the bathroom mirror, the fluorescent light casting harsh shadows under her eyes. At 38, she thought she'd outgrown the petty dramas of sibling rivalry. But here she was, heart pounding, like a teenager caught in a lie she didn't tell. The steam from her morning shower still clung to the glass, blurring the edges of her face, much like how her sister's accusation had blurred her reality. Sarah, her younger sister by 5 years, had always been the golden child, the one with the effortless charm, the perfect Instagram life, and now, apparently, the self-appointed judge of Emily's marriage. It started innocently enough, or so Emily had thought. A family dinner at their parents' house in suburban Chicago, the kind where mom's pot roast filled the air with savory comfort and dad cracked open his favorite craft beer from the local brewery. The kids, Emily's 2 boys, aged 10 and 12, and Sarah's teenage daughter, were glued to their tablets in the living room, while the adults lingered around the dining room table. Conversation flowed from work woes to the latest Bears game until Sarah leaned in with that sly smile of hers. "You look tired, Em," Sarah had said, her voice laced with faux concern. "Everything okay with you and Mark?" Emily had brushed it off with a laugh. "Just the usual chaos. Soccer practices, PTA meetings, you know how it is." But Sarah didn't let it go. Later that evening, as they cleared the dishes, she pulled Emily aside in the kitchen. The clatter of plates masked their whispers. "I saw you, last week at that coffee shop downtown with that guy, the one from your office. Don't deny it. I have eyes." Emily's stomach dropped. She remembered the meeting, a quick lunch with her colleague Tom to discuss a project deadline, nothing more. "Sarah, it was work. Mark knows about it. Why are you even bringing this up?" Sarah's eyes narrowed, her perfectly manicured nails tapping on the counter. "Work. Sure, but I saw the way you laughed, the way he touched your arm. If you're cheating, Em, you need to come clean, for the family's sake." The word cheating hung in the air like a bad odor. Emily felt a flush creep up her neck. "I'm not cheating, and you'd better not spread that around." But Sarah did. By the next family gathering, a casual brunch in Aunt Linda's, whispers had started. Emily caught the sideline glances from cousins, the awkward pause when Uncle Joe asked about Mark. Her phone buzzed with a text from her best friend Karen. "Heard something weird from your cousin. You okay?" It was spreading like wildfire through the family grapevine, and Sarah was fanning the flames. Emily confronted her that night, driving over to Sarah's pristine townhouse in the upscale neighborhood where every lawn was manicured to perfection. Sarah answered the door in yoga pants and a designer top, her hair in a messy bun that looked anything but messy. "Why are you doing this?" Emily demanded, stepping inside without invitation. The house smelled of lavender diffuser, a scent that always made Emily's head ache. Sarah crossed her arms. "I'm looking out for you and for Mark. He deserves to know if his wife's stepping out." "It's a lie, Sarah. There was no affair. Tom is gay, for God's sake. He's married to his partner, Alex. It was a business lunch." Sarah shrugged. "Doesn't look that way from where I was sitting. And honestly, Em, you've been distant lately. Marriage troubles happen. Remember what happened with Mom and Dad back in the 90s? Secrets destroy families." Emily's mind flashed to their parents' rough patch in the 90s, when Dad's late nights at the office turned out to just be that, work. But Mom has suspected otherwise, and the tension had rippled through the household for years. Sarah knew how to hit where it hurt. Driving home that night, Emily gripped the steering wheel until her knuckles whitened. Mark was waiting up, the living room lamp casting a warm glow on his face as he scrolled through his phone. He looked up, concern etching his features. "Babe, what's going on? Your mom called, asking if we're okay." Emily sank onto the couch beside him, burying her face in his shoulder. He smelled of his usual aftershave, comforting and familiar. Sarah spreading rumors that I'm cheating, with Tom of all people. Mark chuckled at first, then saw her tears. Tom? The guy who brought his husband to the company picnic? That's ridiculous. But the family's buying it, or at least questioning it. Emily wiped her eyes. Why would she do this? We've always been close. Or I thought we were. Mark pulled her close. Jealousy, maybe. Sarah's life isn't as perfect as she pretends. Remember, she and Brian are in counseling. That was true. Sarah's marriage to Brian, a successful real estate agent, looked picture perfect on social media. Vacations in Aspen, date nights at trendy Chicago spots. But Emily had overheard arguments at holidays, snippets about money troubles and Brian's long hours. Still, it didn't justify this. As days turned to weeks, the rumor festered. Emily's phone calls with mom grew strained. Dad avoided the topic altogether. At work, she felt paranoid, wondering if colleagues had heard. Her boys picked up on the tension, asking why Aunt Sarah hadn't come over for movie night. Emily's sleep suffered, nights spent tossing, replaying conversations, questioning her own actions. Had she been too friendly with Tom? No, that was absurd. This was Sarah's fabrication, born from what? Insecurity? Malice? One evening, alone in the kitchen while Mark put the kids to bed, Emily poured a glass of Cabernet and sat at the island, staring at her laptop. She needed proof, something to clear her name. That's when she remembered the coffee shop's security cameras. It was a long shot, but she emailed the manager, explaining the situation vaguely as a personal matter. To her surprise, they responded. Yes, they kept footage for 30 days. For a small fee, they'd send the clip. The video arrived 2 days later. Emily watched it on her screen, heart racing. There she was, at the corner table with Tom, discussing spreadsheets over lattes. Laughter, yes, but professional. No lingering touches, no flirtation. Tom's wedding ring glinted under the lights, and at one point he pulled out his phone to show pictures of his and Alex's new puppy. Innocent. But as Emily rewatched, something caught her eye in the background. Sarah at a table across the room, not alone. She was with the man Emily didn't recognize, their heads close, hands intertwined under the table. A quick kiss when they thought no one was looking. Emily paused the video, zooming in. The man wasn't Brian. He was taller, with salt and pepper hair, wearing a suit that screamed executive. Sarah's laughter in the footage was genuine, intimate. Emily's mind raced. Was this why Sarah accused her? Projection? Covering her own tracks? She dug deeper that night, fueled by wine and righteous anger. A reverse image search on a screenshot of the man led to LinkedIn. David Hargrove, a partner at a downtown law firm. Sarah's firm handled their PR. Connections clicked. Late work nights, Sarah mentioned, the sudden trips to conferences. Emily cross-referenced dates. Yes, the coffee shop meetup aligned with one of Brian's out-of-town showings. But she needed more. Discreetly, she asked around. A mutual friend confirmed seeing Sarah and David at a wine bar months ago. Emily even drove by David's address one evening, spotting Sarah's car in the driveway. It was an affair, plain and simple. Sarah, the family moralist, was the cheater. The betrayal stung deeper now. Sarah hadn't just lied, she had weaponized the falsehood to deflect from her own sins. Emily's initial hurt morphed into resolve. She wouldn't confront privately. That would let Sarah spin more webs. No. This called for exposure, timed for maximum impact. The annual backyard barbecue was coming up, hosted at their parents' backyard in the leafy suburbs. Burgers on the grill, kids splashing in the pool, relatives from out of state. The perfect stage. Emily planned meticulously. She edited the video clip, highlighting the innocent lunch first, then zooming on Sarah's rendezvous. She added timestamps and even overlaid text for clarity. My cheating lunch versus Sarah's secret meeting. She backed it up with screenshots from LinkedIn and the friend's text confirmation. Not for vengeance's sake, but truth to reclaim her dignity. Mark was hesitant at first. This could blow up the family. Are you sure? She nodded, eyes steely. She blew it up first. I need to end it. In the days leading up, tension built like storm clouds over Lake Michigan. Sarah texted casually, as if nothing happened. Can't wait for the BBQ, bringing my famous potato salad. Emily replied neutrally, her stomach churning. She practiced her speech in the mirror, imagining the gasps, the confrontations. What if Mom defended Sarah? What if Brian exploded? But backing down wasn't an option. This was about more than clearing her name. It was about standing up to a lifetime of Sarah's subtle manipulations, from stealing credit for school projects to one-upping her at every milestone. The barbecue day arrived, hot and humid, the kind of Midwest summer where cicadas buzzed relentlessly and the air smelled of charcoal and sunscreen. Emily's family pulled into the driveway, her boys bounding out with water guns. Mark squeezed her hand. You've got this. The backyard was alive with chatter. Dad manned the grill, flipping burgers with his kiss the cook apron. Mom hugged everyone, her floral dress fluttering. Cousins lounged on lawn chairs, beers in hand. Sarah arrived fashionably late, Brian in tow, her daughter trailing with earbuds in. She air-kissed Emily. Hey, sis, looking good. Emily forced a smile. Thanks, you too. As the afternoon wore on, plates piled with ribs, corn on the cob, and coleslaw, Emily bided her time. Kids splashed in the inflatable pool, laughter echoing. Uncle Joe regaled stories of his latest fishing trip up in Wisconsin. But beneath the normalcy, Emily sensed the undercurrent. Whispers when she passed, Aunt Linda's pitying glance. After dessert, Mom's apple pie, warm from the oven, Emily stood, clinking her glass with a fork. The group quieted, faces turning expectantly. I have something to share, Emily began, voice steady despite her racing pulse. Lately, there's been talk, rumors about me, my marriage, accusations of cheating. Murmurs rippled. Sarah's face paled slightly, but she kept her composure, sipping her iced tea. I want to clear the air, Emily continued. She pulled out her phone, connected to the portable projector Dad used for outdoor movie nights. The screen flickered to life on the white sheet hung between trees. This is the truth. The video played. First, her lunch with Tom, banal conversation, shared laughs over work memes. See? Nothing more, Emily narrated. Then the zoom on Sarah and David. The kiss. The intimacy. Gasps erupted. Sarah jumped up. What is this? Turn it off. But Emily let it run, showing the evidence chain. LinkedIn profile, dates matching Brian's absences. You accused me to cover your own affair, Sarah. Why? Jealousy? Guilt? The backyard fell silent, save for the distant hum of traffic on the interstate. Brian's face crimpled, betrayal etching deep lines. Sarah? Is this true? She stammered. It's not what it looks like. Emily's twisting it. Mom interjected, voice trembling. Girls, please, not here. But Dad, ever the quiet observer, spoke up. Let her finish, Diane. Emily met Sarah's eyes. I didn't want this public, but you made it that way, spreading lies about me, hurting my family. This ends now. Brian stormed off, Sarah chasing after him, tears streaming. Cousins whispered furiously. Aunt Linda approached Emily later, apologetic. I shouldn't have believed it. I'm sorry. As the sun dipped, casting golden hues over the yard, Emily felt a weight lift. Mark wrapped an arm around her. Proud of you. The family didn't shatter entirely. Conversation started, healing tentatively. Sarah and Brian separated weeks later, her affair confirmed. Emily's name cleared, bonds strengthened with those who mattered. She slept soundly that night, empowered, knowing truth had prevailed over deceit. In the months that followed, Emily reflected often on that day. The BBQ became a turning point, not just for her marriage, but for her self-worth. No more shrinking from Sarah's shadows. She started a blog about family dynamics, sharing anonymized stories that resonated with readers across the Midwest. Comments poured in. You inspired me to stand up to my own sibling bully. It was cathartic, turning pain into purpose. Sarah reached out eventually, a tentative email. Can we talk? Emily agreed, meeting at a neutral coffee shop. The same one, ironically. Sarah looked diminished, no makeup, eyes red-rimmed. I'm sorry, Sarah said, voice breaking. I was scared. My marriage was falling apart and I projected. It was wrong. Emily nodded, sipping her latte. It was, but we can move forward. As sisters, not rivals. They hugged awkwardly, a fragile peace. Back home, Emily watched her boys play in the yard, Mark grilling burgers, just like Dad. Life felt whole again, scars and all. Revenge wasn't sweet. It was necessary, a catalyst for truth in a world of facades.